speaker. If you're new here, my channel is all about self-development, self-awareness, and self-love, and also about the human condition. Getting to understand yourself, getting to understand why do you do things the way you do them, where you need to do better as a person in your own personal life. It's not about impressing other people, it's about making your life better. It's about improving yourself. So my channel is all about self-improvement, basically. You understand, being honest and being accountable for all the things that you have done in your life, all those decisions you have made in your life. Okay. Now, there's a lot of talk about self-love, and I know it's even our cliche because there's a lot of videos and content on self-love. But still, we don't truly understand what is the true concept of self-love. Basically, what's it all about? Okay, because you are manifesting and creating your life from the self, from yourself, you are attracting according to your frequency. Now, if you don't have self-acceptance, you attract accordingly, basically. Okay, that's why self-love is so important in the self-development environment and in spirituality. Getting to understand yourself, to become magnetic, means that you're able to attract what all that you desire in your life. You understand, all the things that you want and desire have a certain frequency, and your frequency is lower than what you want and desire, you're not able to manifest or actually align to those things. That's why they say that you need to be in that vicinity in terms of your frequency. And when you have self-loathe, you're not able to actually tune into those things that you truly want. Okay, because what you want is higher frequency things, not low frequency. All things that bring you joy, bring you peace, bring you well-being, bring you success in life, or high frequency. That is the reason why you need to raise your frequency with self-love and self-acceptance. Right now, self-love isn't about bubble baths and positive affirmations and all those things, right? You can use bubble baths, yes, you can use positive affirmations, but it's not only about that. It goes much more deeper, more consistent way of treating yourself, basically, right? Because a person can get up in the morning and have a session of affirming, but the rest of the day, what are they thinking? What are they saying to themselves right through the day? Now let's go more deeper into it. What does self-love really entail? It means that you're accepting yourself fully, right? You're not pushing against who you are or what you look like, or whatever situation you find yourself in at any given time. But remember that we're continuously growing and changing. So we're not staying constant, we're not staying the same, we're forever changing. You're not the same person you were 10 years ago, even a month ago, because of the experience you've experienced in the month. You know what I mean? Between that time a month ago and now, you've experienced different things. Okay, so self-acceptance, fully accepting yourself, your strengths and your flaws, your mistakes as well, right? Respecting your needs, emotional needs, as well as your physical needs and your mental needs as well, right? Setting boundaries is very important in terms of self-love. Right, since setting boundaries, let's talk more about that, especially when you are failing on something, you still love yourself, you're kind to yourself, okay? Setting boundaries, allowing others to not drain you and also not abuse you. You're setting boundaries, your time, don't waste my time. That's setting boundaries, right? I will not accept you coming late when we met, had an appointment, and you're 1 hour late. That is now, you are going over my boundaries. Now, people that just accept that type of thing don't have any boundaries. You understand? Now, time is what we have in this reality, and time is how we manage our lives. So when somebody makes an appointment with you to meet you at the restaurant at a certain time, and they late and they don't apologize, they don't let you know, they don't notify, and they rock up 30 minutes late, they don't respect your time, meaning they don't respect you or even the concepts of meeting with you. That's why we need to set boundaries, right? Then talking to yourself kindly as well is part of self-love. Inner talk, self-talk is very important, especially when you fail on something, you don't do so well in life, in something, a task, right? Then what do you say to yourself? Do you put yourself down? Do you criticize yourself? What do you do? Now, that is now important for you to be able to talk kindly to yourself, right? Think of it that I am on my way no matter what. I am on my way and I'm on my side. I'm on my way to success and I'm on my side no matter what. At what's happening now, it's not a reflection of self, of myself, okay? What does it mean to be magnetic? To be able to attract things in your life, what does it simply mean? Things you want or things that you desire, because we are already magnetic, okay? Because you attract things into our lives according to our frequency, right? But now remember that in the manifestation realm, in manifesting, you intentionally doing something, right? So now you are changing your perception and you're adding different type of actions and beliefs that allow you to be magnetic to all the things that you do desire in your life, right? So, hi, lollipops. How are you doing, my guy? Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well, right? Today, we're talking about being magnetic, self love, and attracting all the things we want in our lives. Okay, now let's continue. Being magnetic doesn't mean forcing things, right, to happen or pretending to be perfect. Being magnetic means to be calm and confident. That people feel that you are a calm person, okay? You're not desperate for approval or acceptance or love from others. So your energy feels safe. People feel safe around you. That's what it means to be magnetic, right? Let's continue. You're not desperate, as I said, for approval, as I said, but you are naturally attracting opportunities, people, and situations and experiences that match your self worth now. Confidence and self love equates to self worth. Now, self worth, I feel good about myself. I'm worthy of. That's what it simply means, okay? Now, self love. Let's talk about self love and being magnetic. Now, self love means that I stop criticizing myself. I stop seeking validation from other people around me because I'm more confident in myself. I believe in myself. You can't tell me who I am because I know who I am. I'm confident. I have a tenacity to do whatever I want to do. You understand? Goes on. You stop tolerating less, like disrespect and abuse, because you have those boundaries now, right? You attract better attention, better type of situations and people and circumstances. You feel whole as a person because you love yourself, you accept yourself. You stop giving off needy energy. I need friends, I need acceptance, I need validation. When you have self-love, you don't really care about what other people say or even think about you because you're on your own journey in life. You're so confident, right? You attract what you believe you deserve, right? I deserve this wellness. I deserve the success. I deserve it. No one can tell me who I am and what I want in life because I know who I am. Now let's continue. How to become more magnetic to what you really desire because you're already a magnet. Now the things that you need to tune your magnetic energy to what you want. How do you do that? Firstly, be honest to yourself. Don't pretend that everything is okay and whatever, right? Should be honest. Stop avoiding lying to yourself, right? What am I avoiding? Or even ask yourself, what am I avoiding? You understand, in life? These things that I am putting off in my life, what am I avoiding? I'm avoiding failure. Maybe I'm afraid of failure. Maybe I need to face the fact that, yes, failure is not really a fail, it's an opportunity to do something better and differently. You understand? So, where am I setting myself for failure? Where am I settling as well in life? Where am I settling in my relationships, in my friendships, in my career? Where am I settling? What can I do better? Because I do deserve more. Self love starts with the truth, not perfection, right? Self love starts with the truth and not perfection, the truth about your life, what you feel about yourself, okay? Then you have to change that inner voice, the silent voice that tells you to, not the doubting voice. You got to change it. You got to change your inner voice, basically. So how do you speak to yourself on a day-to-day basis? How do you speak to yourself on a day-to-day basis? Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, right? Instead of saying that, you rather say something like, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm developing and becoming somebody different. I'm all right, I'm learning, I'm growing, and I'm allowed to improve. I'm not looking for perfection, just to get a little bit more better in my life, okay? Because there's no competition. Self-development, you're working on yourself, right? You're not comparing yourself to other people, but you're working on yourself. That's how we approach self-development. We don't compare ourselves to our neighbors, our friends, our colleagues. We work on our own self and what we want to achieve in life. Okay. Now you got to keep promises to yourself. Very important. People fail in this area of keeping promises to themselves. Oh, this week I'm gonna do things a little bit more better. It's Sunday now. We're starting a new week. I'm gonna wake up early every morning. I'm gonna go to gym at least every 3 times a week or 4 times a week. Right? I'm gonna do all the things I need to do, right? I'm gonna stop texting that person that doesn't want to be my friend anymore, that ex-boyfriend. I'm gonna put myself first. Now, when you do that, you're setting these intentions for yourself, and you got to keep to your intentions, your own promises to yourself. So Monday comes in the morning, you get up in the morning, you get up, you don't even get up early, yet you said you're going to get yourself up early. So you're supposed to have done this in Sunday night. Set an alarm and sleep early, knowing that Monday morning I'm going to start getting up early from Monday, so I can go to the gym or go for a jog around the block or something, just to get my body going. Just to get my body going, you understand? So you've got to prepare yourself for it, okay? I'm going to eat more healthy this week, starting from Monday. So Sunday, I'm going to meal prep. I'm going to prepare my healthy food. Hi, sweetie pie. Hi, Jason. How you doing? Hope you are blessed, my guy. Happy Sunday. Today, we're talking about self-development, yes, but self-love and being magnetic, how we can attract certain things in our lives that we really desire, because we are already magnetic, because we attract things that we don't want in our lives. We're not actually attracting with intention and focus on what we truly want, okay? So you have to set some sorts of barriers in your life and expectations. You got a problem when you promise yourself something, keep to your promise. Integrity, self-integrity is always better than, I'm trying to say, you got to be able to trust yourself. If you say, I'm going to start an exercise regime on Monday, and I'm going to get up every morning and I'll start to go for a walk around the block or a jog or something, or stretches or Pilates, whatever I'm going to do in the mornings before I start my day. Now, you want to keep to the promise, because your integrity is a very important. Your success and your self-love is based on you trusting yourself as well, okay? And then the next thing you can also try is setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is important for self-love, okay? I made an example previously, Jason, when before you came in my life, I spoke about time. When somebody has an arrangement with you, an appointment, and that person comes 10 minutes or not even 10, 15 minutes late or something, right? They don't respect your time. They don't respect even why you had that meeting. They don't give a damn, right? Now you got to set boundaries and say, this is unacceptable. I will not accept this type of abuse. Those are the type of things that when I'm talking about setting boundaries in life. Your friendships have to have boundaries. Your relationships have to have boundaries. Everything, even your professional work in the office, have to have boundaries. This is my space. This is my workspace. And here, I don't want nobody to touch my stuff. I'm setting boundaries. I'm declaring that this is my expectation. This is my boundary. Don't touch my stuff on my desk when I'm not here. If you want anything from me, wait for me to come here and then ask me. Don't touch stuff on my desk, because it's my belongings, my property. That's setting boundaries. You understand? Very important for human life. We need to have boundaries. Let's continue. Now, boundaries. Magnetic people don't over explain or beg to be respected. Very interesting. Magnetic people don't over explain or beg to be respected. They set small, right, and they start small. They set small boundaries and they start small. Say no when something drains you, right? Limit access to people who disrespect you, right? You teach people how to treat you, as I say. You teach people how to treat you. When people can see that they can get away with a lot of things with you, right, by being abusive towards you, they start taking advantage. That's why you need to understand that telling people your expectations is very important. They need to know that you have a voice. You need to be heard. Make yourself felt, in other words, in your circle, in your home, or even at work, wherever you go, you have to make yourself felt, because you need to be able to occupy space wherever you go. That's also a sign of self-love and self-awareness. I occupy space and I feel safe here, right? I feel safe to speak my truth. You understand? So let's continue. Take care of your body and your space. Very important for self-love. Take care of your body and your space. Not for appearance, but for self-respect. Not for appearance and approval, but for self-respect. Eat well. I always talk about eating well. Eat well. Move your body as much as you can. You understand? Because your body needs movement, right? Then also keep your environment clean. Keep your environment clean. Keep your body clean. Keep your home clean. Keep your desk at the office clean. You understand? That's all also a sign of self-love and self-respect. Okay, now take care of your body and your space. Let's speak more about that. Not for appearance, but for respect. All right, I'm repeating myself. You eat well, you move your body more, and also keep environment clean, right? This signals to your mind that I matter, I'm important. My choices and my space and myself, I'm very important. My home is important. I keep it clean. It's where I sleep. It's my sanctuary. You understand, right? Let's continue. Detachment or detaching from approval or needing approval. Let's detach from needing approval from other people. This is a big one, right? I think we all tend to have this tendency of wanting approval from other people, basically, right? Especially me as a social media content creator and stuff like that. I reach a lot of people I don't even know. And maybe subconsciously, I'm wondering, like, is my message coming through? Right? I'm not necessarily looking for approval, but I'm wondering, is my message coming through? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? A live stream with 7 people. It doesn't matter, my life. Have you seen a church with 2 people? Have you seen a church with 5 people? It always starts there. It doesn't matter. Yes, I'm crazy. I'm delusional. It's fine as well. That's how life is, okay? Everybody started somewhere. Oprah had maybe 1, 2, or 2 people watching a show, but eventually it grew. The idea, love, Sifiso, is not about giving up. It's not about the numbers. It's about the impact. It's about the impact you have on people, not about the numbers. Let me continue, right? Let me continue. Detach from approval from others, as I just mentioned now. Okay? You stop needing their approval, everyone to like you, or everyone to see the immediate results, as I said. Synchronicity in what I'm talking about here. Thank you for that input, Sifiso. Synchronicity I'm experiencing now, right? Not everyone will like you. Not everyone will come to your lives, but it's fine because end of the day, it's the impact, right? Let's continue. Immediate results. Sometimes your progress, your work in progress won't have immediate results, but it will continue, right? It will grow, it will expand. You don't lose hope in life. You don't lose hope in yourself because eventually it'll grow. Eventually it'll catch up. The problem here is that we all have a certain vibration. And because you have a certain vibration, you will not always attract everybody because people's vibrations are all different. So whoever is in my lives or gets attracted to my social media or in my vibration, it's people that are aligned to what I'm teaching and what I'm speaking about. Okay, and that's fine. That's good enough. Okay, let's continue. Okay, you become naturally attractive to those that are aligned to your energy. Because your energy is not about chasing, it's about being grounded, right? I'm not chasing people to come to my social media, right? I am talking and I'm teaching and I'm inspiring. So what's aligned to you, you will then be attracted to it, right? So if you're not attracted to it, you're not coming, you don't come to my lives or view my lives, it's fine as well. because there are plenty of people out there that have that same frequency that I'm resonating. You understand? Let's continue about self-love. Self-acceptance is important, right? Remember, there's no perfection in life. Self-acceptance is important, okay? You become magnetic by being flawless, right? By being flawless in the sense that you're flawless for yourself, not for the world. I'm doing things what I love to do. That's my flawlessness. You understand? So you become magnetic when you are comfortable with being seen the way you are, right? And being celebrated for who you are. You understand? You become comfortable because of you being seen when you are be seen as who you truly are, right? You don't hide your humility. We all human, all have feelings and emotions. You don't hide your humility. You understand? Authenticity is more powerful than perfection. Authenticity is more powerful than perfection. Being authentically you is much more better than any perfection. Perfection doesn't even exist. Okay, let's continue. Simple way to say, talk about this whole thing about self-love is about consistency, seeking your own personal approval, not approval from other people. Focusing on your doubts. Why am I doubting myself? Question yourself. Why am I doubting myself in life? You understand? Because at the end of the day, you are most important than anybody else, right? When you are happy within yourself and approve of yourself, and you're not expecting other people's approval or validation, right? Then your life becomes more better because you are not living for other people, you're living for yourself. Okay, now remember that self-love, final truth about self-love, becoming magnetic isn't about attracting everything instantly. It's becoming, you are becoming, you're growing, you're developing. Don't lose hope in yourself. Whatever you are doing in life, okay? The first time you might just attract just a few people coming to your social media or coming to your shows, whatever, but eventually you will then be able to attract more people. The more you start expanding as a person, self-love is very attractive. Confidence is very attractive. When you become confident and you start loving yourself, you become very attractive to other people as well. Right now, you got to choose wisely, right? You got to choose what feels whole within you as well. Naturally align with better people and opportunities when you feel better about yourself. Okay, you will naturally align to better people and opportunities and situations when you feel better about yourself. Okay, so let's continue here, right? So self-love, self-acceptance, self-acceptance, where you are at the moment, what you look like or what you don't look like, whatever sort it may be. Guys, self-criticism is a problem, because when you keep on criticizing yourself and cutting yourself down, you are diminishing yourself. You are enough, no matter where you are and what space you find yourself in life. All things is about growth and development. Everything's about growth and development. Everything's about growth and development. Okay, when I started my social media, at least now they said it's 7 people, 6 people. When I started my social media, I used to get one person coming. And I didn't really bother, because I was practicing, I was learning how to be myself, how to be confident. If you were starting a job, right, and people don't know you in the environment, I need to get to know you by you being there. So you have to keep on talking, you have to keep on appearing, and always, going to the office, always speaking to people, doing your job. You don't hide. Life is not about hiding. Life is not about hiding. And yes, maybe at first, maybe a few people will like you or take a liking to you, and that's okay as well. Because as I said, everybody's frequency is different. Okay? Not every single person is attracted to everything, to the same thing, basically, right? You understand? What your neighbor is attracted to is what you are not attracted to, right? That's why I don't mind, because growth is gradual and there's no perfection in life, right? Same with self-development, guys. So each day, right, try and look at yourself in the mirror and accept yourself for who you are and tell yourself that I love you. And sometimes that's so uncomfortable, because we haven't heard it from somebody else. We haven't been taught up there about love. Like, for example, I always talk about the first 7 years of a person's life. That is the most important 7 years of your life. That's when you learn about love, when you are given that love by your family and your peers, okay? that you get validation from them. But as you grow up, you learn and understand that I need to give myself the validation. Hi, sweetie pie. Hi, Trevor from Jamaica. No, I'm from South Africa, lovey. Or he asked me from Jamaica. No, from Southern Africa, South Africa. Yeah, Trevor. Three people and you nerds. Yeah, guys. Anyway, welcome to my life. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're talking about self-love and self-acceptance and being magnetic. Yes, magnetic. Only two people with you. Yes, and more. Doesn't matter. As long as those two people feel my message and understand what I'm trying to say, and I'm actually teaching them something and inspiring. It's all about inspiration. Everybody started somewhere. Everybody started somewhere. You don't give up because, like for example, I've heard pastors say, when I started being a pastor and you know what I mean, preaching to people, I used to have one person in the church, and look at me today. I've got over 7 billion people coming to my church. Everything grows. You have to show up anyway. You have to show up because your confidence is what's important. Your self value is what's important. Okay, whoever comes or doesn't come doesn't matter. You came, you did what you need to do. Remember that everybody has a calling, and God doesn't promise you perfection. Okay, your calling means that you have a calling. You need to come out and speak, you need to come out and teach, you need to come out and inspire other people, right? So one person comes in and then you feel like, oh, I'm not going to do this anymore because one person turned up. No, it doesn't work like that. That means you're pushing your purpose away. It's not about the numbers, it's about who you can impact at that time. You understand who you can impact at that time. And that person can also go and talk to other people as well and tell them, oh, did you see the social media? Or did you see this person sing whatever sort of, did you hear that person sing? It's all about that, guys. It's about that impact, that first initial impact that you may have on people. And I'm not only talking about myself, I'm talking about in general, right? There's nobody perfect here. When you want to start something, you write a book, for example, and oh, how many people, only 10 people in the whole 8 billion people first read your book. But those 10 people are very important because those 10 people are the people who are going to talk about your book, are going to say, yes, did you see that book, or did you read that book written by so and so, a new author from a certain place? You understand? It's about that impact, that initial impact, and gradually what happens, you become more magnetic as your confidence grows and expands, you get more magnetic. You understand? That's how it is. It's all a algorithm. It's like a frequency. You understand? Same as your self-love. Once you start loving yourself and accepting yourself, your frequency, your self-love now expands yourself. It expands your frequency. Then you get more confident. Then you start trying new things that you were afraid to try before because you didn't have the self-confidence and stuff like that, right? Then you start achieving those things and becoming better each time. Life is about growth and development, and maybe you can start small, but eventually you can grow and become very big and impact a lot of people and teach, maybe and inspire a lot of people, maybe even help them. You understand? Because you never know the word that you're saying today, who it can actually help and even save. Your word of encouragement can save one person who's feeling down and feeling about suicide or whatever, and then they see you on social media speaking about self-love, self-acceptance, and all those things, and they hear your message and, oh my God, you know, this person is right. I need to stop thinking about the negative things, think more about the positive things about my life. You understand? So it doesn't really matter. Everything that we got to say to one person, two people, 10 people, doesn't matter. Our impact is the most important thing. What did I say to you that triggered what type of information or rather emotion within you? A memory to remind you that you are worthy, that you are loved. Now, my channel is about self development, self awareness, right? And also self expansion and the human condition. So, I speak about self love, I speak about self development topics, I speak about spirituality, how you can connect with your higher self, your ancestors. My channel speaks about all those things in terms of how we relate to ourselves and others and the world, and how we can actually connect to the spiritual side, the spiritual side of who we truly are, how we can gain confidence on a day-to-day basis, because life can be very challenging, life can be very difficult, but we need to never lose hope in ourselves, right? We need to not lose hope in who we truly are. Don't give up in yourself. Don't give up whatever situation you find yourself in. Always dust yourself down and move forward and remind yourself that you're here for a certain purpose. Right? We're all here for a certain purpose. Right? So, guys, if you have not as yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, right? If you're interested in this type of topic, self-development and self-awareness, okay? Lollipop, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And also Jason and Safiso, who came in and told me I'm crazy and stuff like that. I appreciate that. It's an opinion, and it's an honest opinion, and I love your honesty. Thank you so much. If you have not as yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel as well, okay? And Trevor as well, if you have not as yet, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because my channel is a growing channel and it's all about self-development, self-awareness, and also inspiring other people to live their best life that they can live. Remember that everybody is having some sort of a problem or a challenge in life. And then sometimes the people need some inspiration, they need some direction, they need some positive energy. In my channels about that. It's about positive energy, it's about self-awareness, being aware about yourself and taking accountability. Now, self-love means I'm taking accountability for myself, for my actions, for everything that I'm doing and things that I'm not doing. Because I'm not a victim, right? So my channel's not about telling people that you are a victim. You're not a victim. You are actually been creating your life experience. Every choice you make, every action you make adds to your life. Excuse me. So I also do tarot as well. I do tarot reading, right? Because I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm a clairvoyant, right? So I do tarot, but I normally do tarot on my TikTok, because I have people that actually give me for readings and stuff like that, right? So I also do that as well, divination, right? Remember, I told you my channel is all about spirituality, self-development, self-awareness. You cannot separate yourself from spirit, because you are spirit's having a human experience. Okay, when you pass, you leave your body. We leave our bodies, and then the body dies, but the spirit lives on forever, because your spirit's having a human experience. However, we get so enmeshed into the physical world, and we get so like enmeshed with our so-called character, the avatar that we're playing. We forget who we truly are, that we are loved, that we are loved as well. Okay, and we have a purpose here, and our purpose is to maintain our frequency no matter what happens. Raise your frequency with joy and happiness. Raise your frequency continuously every single day, right? So I encourage people to do that. Despite the fact that you have challenges in life, you need to raise your frequency and always look at the positive things in your life and learn how to transmute negative situations to positive situations, raising your frequency continuously. Now that's when you win in the game of life. Okay, if you start accepting all the negative things and soak into this whole problem situation type of thing in this life, right? Then you go down and your frequency drops, and then you start hating life, and then you start manifesting everything aligned to that frequency of hate and lethargicness and negativity. You understand? But when you raise your frequency, you're able to say, well, I can create my life. I can change my situation. I can change by me just changing my perception. In my life yesterday, I spoke about perception. Perception is very important, right? How what you perceive to be true in life, in your thoughts, becomes your reality. What you perceive in your mind becomes your reality, right? Everything that you believe, your world, they call it a worldview, how you see the world, right, becomes a problem. My type of messages like to listen to motivation, inspiration, and religion. Perfect, my lovey. Then go ahead and subscribe to my channel, Trevor. Okay? Because my channel is about motivation, spirituality. I talk about different religions. All religions are actually linked. That's a very interesting concept, right? All religions are actually linked. They're all speaking about this higher power, right? But what I like about spirituality, it tells you that the higher powers within you, you are connected with God. You are connected with God. God has never left you, right? Your perception has separated you from divine source. Now, remember that God's all about self-love as well. Loving yourself and not criticizing yourself. You get closer to God when you love yourself and accept yourself and don't criticize yourself. Because remember, you are created in the image of the divine. They said in the Christian Bible speak about let us create them in an image, in our own image, as I say. I think it's in Genesis or something like that, right? Meaning that yes, the God force is not one entity, it's a number of entities. Let us create them in our own image. The Holy Spirit, the Mother, and the Father, as they call it, right? Basically. Okay, so basically, my channel is all about all that. It's about love, it's about peace, it's about joy, finding your way every single day, walking away from negative actions and thoughts. Remember that a perception creates a action, because a perception will push an action. When your perceptions are negative, it'll push a negative action. You understand? Oh my God, I'm so tired, I'm exhausted. Life is so terrible. Let me just have some alcohol. That's gonna calm me down. Apparently, that's a negative perception. That's now you're choosing a negative way of trying to fix your life experience. You're not having a good day, and now you want to fuel it with alcohol, with poison. You see what I'm trying to say? However, if you look at it like this, yeah, life is so beautiful. You know what I mean? Despite all the problems, I have this problem, I have this challenge now. Let me find a solution. Let me go and Google and find. Let me go speak to a friend that can help me. Or rather, let me just go and sleep. Tomorrow I'll get up, I'll be fresh. I'm stressed now, I need to calm down. Let me meditate and go and sleep. Or let me eat something healthy. You understand? Now you're actually moving to something more positive. Yesterday I almost had a heroin, but I'm not sure what you mean there, Trevor. Anyway, my lovey, if you're not following me or subscribe to me, go and subscribe to my channel, Trevor. Trevor, I'm not really understanding what you're saying when you said, yesterday I almost had heroin, but I never. Oh, okay. You see, the whole idea is this. What's the purpose? You must ask yourself, what is the purpose of me taking the substance? You understand? What is the purpose of me taking it? What can I do without it and still have the same effect? You understand? Because at the end of the day, remember that drugs are escapism, right? They escapism, escaping your reality. Oh, I understand. Wishing you light and love. Wishing you light and love. Recovering drug addicts, I understand. We're all recovering from something, right? We all have some sorts of dramas and traumas in our lives and challenges. But I actually applaud you for being strong, right? Because you've decided to move away from the substance and live your life sober as a sober person, aware of your life. The problem has a solution, and running to drugs is not going to solve our problems. We need to face them and say, okay, this is the situation I find myself in. What can I do to alleviate this problem? Maybe it's not really a real problem. Maybe I'm thinking it's a problem. You understand? What what is that accent? Oh, it's accent is South African. It's a South African accent. I'm from South Africa, based in Durban. That's why you find my accent is a bit strange or unusual, but not for South African people, obviously. But anyway, you understand, it's all about you getting up every morning and just seeing how beautiful your day is. Look for something small that you can be happy for. Put some music on and dance and enjoy your life. You understand? Find something that you can be grateful for every single day, right? That's the most important thing. Finding something to be grateful for every single day and remind yourself that I have the power and ability to overcome all challenges. I don't need to run away from it. Let me just face it. This is it. Okay, what can I do to solve it? I am in the situation I find myself in. What can I do to solve it? What have I been doing to actually add to the problem? How can I remove myself from doing these things that are causing this problem in my life? You understand? And also seeking help from others, Trevor, is very important. Okay. As you said, you're recovering drug addicts. Seeking help from others is very important. People that can help you to stay sober. People that can give you inspiration every day to stay sober. Look at your life and look for all the things that you can be grateful for. You understand? And remember, sweetie pie, we all going through some sorts of challenge. There's nobody here living a perfect, smooth life. We all are having difficulties in life. All of us. You understand? My one is physical. I'm a physically disabled person. I have an impairment, right? But every morning I have to get up and live my life like somebody who is totally free with no problem, because I don't see my impairment as a problem. It's a challenge, and I can overcome it. You understand? I'm a winner in life. Basically, that's what you got to tell yourself every morning. I'm a winner in life. I don't need a substance to numb me down and kill me, because the substance is killing me slowly but surely. You understand? So you get up every morning with more positive vibe. We all are going through some challenges in life, right? So I'm wishing you light and love, Trevor, in your journey of recovering from addiction. And remember that you are supported. You are supported by many people that do love you. I have never met you, but I'm supporting you on my own end as well. You understand? Sending you positive energy as well as you go through your process of healing from the drug addiction, right? It's important, guys, that we show each other love in international platform, because this whole world, we're all connected. There's nobody who is separate from the other person. It's an illusion that we all separate, right? But love is important. That's what they said in the Christian Bible, in the New Testament, when Jesus spoke about loving your neighbor as you love yourself. It means we are all connected. And when I send you love, I'm also sending love to myself. When I'm sending you healing, I send healing to myself. When I inspire you with positive words and feedback, I also inspire myself as well, right? That's how it works. Love, self-love, self-acceptance. Where I am at this moment, I accept myself. I can do better. How can I do better in life? You understand? But first, I need to accept where I am at this moment. I am in the space and I don't like where I am at this moment. And I take accountability for where I am now, because I'm not a victim of my life. I've chose those things and now I'm going to do things differently. Now, that's also part of self-love. It's taking accountability for your life. You understand, for everything that happens in your life, right, guys? So I'm about to finish my life now, right? I like to keep it like an hour, okay? If you have not as yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, okay? My channel is a growing channel. If you want to have communications and discussions, ask me questions as well on my videos, right? Because I post my videos in shorts, okay? I'm into eating healthy and being very conscious and intentional of what I put in my mouth. So I like to also share what I ate today, that kind of vibe. You know what I'm trying to say? Because it keeps me accountable of being intentional in terms of what I eat, right? And what I do in my life in general. I speak about my spiritual coaching and stuff like that, because I'm also a spiritual coach. And you find I have a website for my coaching, which is consultingsicilian.com, right? Okay. I will add it as well on my live, and I posted my coaching consists of, a coach couples, I coach individuals on how to attract better circumstances in your life, how to attract your SP, how to attract more money and wealth and abundance in your life as well, right? So you'll find that I also do tarot. I've got a tarot offering to package on my website as well, consultingsystem.com. So if you're interested in self-development and spirituality, and maybe you want to go have a session with me, maybe a tarot reading session with me, you can reach out to me on my website as well, okay, guys? So remember that self-love means self-accountability. It means I'm taking accountability for everything that I do. I have integrity. I'm being honest to myself. Remember, the most important thing about self-love is self-integrity. Keeping your promises to yourself. You understand, when you set an objective to do something important, something for your own health, and you go and you do it, you keep to it. You're accountable. It's very important to be accountable for your life experience, guys, okay? That's part of self-love and self-acceptance. Then remember, kind words, don't criticize yourself, because there's no perfection. Right? So keep to your promises. And then I said kind words and set boundaries. Set boundaries. You must have a voice. When you're setting boundaries, you're saying, I'm expecting this. This is what I want in life. Okay. When I make an appointment, if you come 15 minutes late, I don't, that's unacceptable. That means I have boundaries. Okay. This is my workspace, or this is my room, or this is my bed, whatever. Don't come and litter it. Don't put your dirt here. Don't come and touch my space. That's setting boundaries. Don't just talk to me anyhow. Talk to me with respect. That's setting boundaries as well, guys. Very important when it comes to self-love, right? Keeping your promises to yourself. I mentioned that, okay? Changing your inner voice, always speaking positive words towards yourself. Your inner voice, right? Very important. Instead of you saying I'm not good enough, you say I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm allowing myself to improve, and I'm allowed to improve. You understand? Instead of saying I'm not good enough, you make a mistake and then you say I'm not good enough. No, don't say that. Change it to I'm learning, I'm growing, I am allowed to make mistakes, and I'm allowed to improve. You understand? Positive words are very important. Don't wait for other people to give you positive feedback. Give yourself positive feedback continuously. Remember to be honest to yourself. Right? Be honest to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Don't gaslight yourself. If you made a mistake, be honest. Don't pretend that everything is fine. Be honest to yourself, right? And ask yourself, what am I avoiding? Where am I settling? You understand? True self love starts with truth, not perfection, because there's no perfection. It's about being truthful, your own personal integrity. Very important, guys. Okay. Remember, you attract who you are. And when you work on yourself and better yourself, you tend to attract better circumstances, better people, and better everything because you are the magnet. You're already magnetic. However, when you intentionally and you work on your weaknesses, you're able to now make yourself stronger and you're able to attract all the things you want and desire in life, right? You got to feel whole. Feeling whole is mean I've accepted myself. I am responsible for myself. I'm not going to blame other people. You understand? That's what self love is based on. I am responsible for myself, guys. Okay. So, as I close, have a great week further as we start now. Today, Sunday, we start our work week, 5 days for people that are business people, even people that are employed. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. And keep on reminding yourself that you are loved. That life is not about perfection. Life is about growth. It's about growing and developing yourself gradually because there's no perfection in life. Okay. So have a great day further, guys, and a great week coming as well. As I said, if you align to my type of topics and information, my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and also chat and ask me questions as well. Tell me more about yourself. Let's be friends, okay? Let's connect on a higher level, in a more intimate level as well, okay? So have a great set a Sunday further and the following week is coming, right? Be blessed, guys. Bye.